Hey, so I'm going to do a bit of a different video. This one's going to be about the intimidation of the hunter skins when I go against them. I know it's kind of ridiculous sounding, but uh, I just thought it would be fun and the type of intimidation that it kind of brings to the table when going against these hunters. Because I do feel as though when somebody when someone's using certain skins, they genuinely are going to be harder to fight than other skins, and that's just kind of ever since playing this game on beta or alpha, whenever the very first little like release thing was. It's always been this way, and it's been proven and tested every single time. So we'll start with the Reaper. The Reaper going against them, it was a pretty cool. It was a pretty cool skin when it came out. But nowadays it just kind of seems like it's the very edge lord type skin that if you buy the game brand new and you want a skin, you probably are going to go for this Reaper. I'm going to say an F. Going against anyone with a Reaper skin is a free kill in my opinion. It's yeah, it doesn't bring anything to the table in the sense of intimidation. I pretty much feel as though if it's a Reaper, yeah, I'm gonna get the kill. Deckhand, I don't ever really go against deckhands. I love this skin though. I this is one of the skins I run a lot. If not, it's the skin I run the most. So deckhand, again, I don't really ever go against it. So I don't know what to say. I'll put it in the C tier. Uh, again, because I don't ever go against it a lot. I can't remember his name. The Penitent, maybe that could be the wrong one. Uh, oh man, I'm gonna say Penitent, and I think that's wrong. But this was one of the newer ones. I think it's a cool skin. Uh, but again, this is more the edgier one. That if you buy the game, you kind of probably want to pick him over anything else. Of course with the Reaper. So these two are kind of the same, but I will say D. I won't say he's as much of a free kill, but um, headshots aren't the quickest on it because the Reaper has a white face and he has a black face. Um, so I'm not saying headshots are hard. I'm just saying they're slightly harder than the Reaper, and that's not saying much. um, this is I call her the Owl. I can't ever remember her name either, so I just say the Owl. So the Owl is a newer skin, and I go against it mildly 4 and 5 star, high 4 star, low 5 star, and I will say this one's a C. Uh, it's very 50-50. If you go, I'm not really like worried about going against the Owl, but at the same time, I do keep it in mind that it could be a good player. Um, the I call her. I think she's like Marshall Marshall Brewer, but I always call her the Private Eye or like the detective. I'm gonna say F. It's pretty much a free hunter skin. Uh, the event skin. Uh, no, she wasn't an event skin. She was. She came out during an event. I will say D. Not much of an intimidation factor on that one either. I don't know. She doesn't strike as, I don't know. Maybe it's because people with Hunt Showdown doing a lot of promotions lately, and her coming out during one of the events. That's probably when people have been picking her up, and it just so happens that those people aren't really the best. So I don't know. Maybe that's a correlation. I don't really know, but it doesn't seem to ever be a struggle. Whenever I go against somebody that's using this skin, she typically has like a spark sniper or a shotgun. It's like one end of the spectrum or the other. It's never Vetterly, Winfield, Mosin, nothing like that. It's always a Sparks or a like a Slate. Bridgewater, A tier. When somebody is running a Bridgewater skin, I pretty much know that it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good. It's going to be a good gunfight. Uh, Nobody really ever runs this, but when I do go against them, they are typically um, better. I've I, I had a clip earlier actually that I was gonna add to the newest video, but I didn't catch it. I guess I wasn't recording at the time or something. I don't know what happened. But he was wrecking me. I think he was using a shotgun. I think he was using a Romero, and it took me and my party, all three of us, to finally kill him. So yeah, this guy. Whenever I see someone running a Bridgewater, I know it's going to be a good gunfight. I man, I don't know who this is. Whoa, I don't know who this is. Um, yeah, so this looks like the Native American skin. It's looking like it looks like this guy, the witch doctor, but I don't know. Oh, maybe he's like a special event skin. I don't ever go against him, so I can't really say. It looks like a good skin though. I really like that. Um, it's not the headsman, right? The headsman's still down here. I'm not seeing. Oh, there he is. So yeah, I don't. Maybe, maybe it was a duo pack with these two. I can't remember. But I'm gonna put them side by side again. Unfortunately, I don't go against them enough to really know. But it doesn't. Uh, I think this would be a cool skin to play with. I really do. So like, just because cool factor, I'm gonna put it in the D. Again, I don't get to go against it. Um, the Lonely Howl B tier. He's not really intimidating, but you do get players that, again, it's more of an edgy skin. They really like it. They're usually snipers or using a Sparks iron sight, and they're chilling in the woods. They're not really ever pushing you. So, like, not intimidating, but the gunfights are kind of just more so drawn out, I guess you could say. I feel as though it's a pretty easy kill just because with the mask, it coming out and everything, you can see them in the woods very well. You can see them peeking very well. Um, so yeah, I feel like it's a very hit or miss kind of skin. Definitely not Bridgewater level, and not as low as Owl and Deckhand. Again, I don't go against Deckhand, so I don't really know, but I play it and I love it. But yeah, not necessarily Owl level. But I do typically see, if I see someone with a Lonely Howl, their teammates are either a Kane, the Owl, or Fellas. Next one is Reptilian. Reptilian is a B tier. No, it's a C tier. Not an intimidation factor, but more so gunfights with a Reptilian is kind of hard just because they blend in so freaking well with the surroundings, and unfortunately for me, visually I can lose them very quickly. Hearing them is no problem, but visually losing them, I can I can lose them pretty quick. So it's a C, not intimidating, but more so it's kind of like a frick, I have to fight a reptilian more so. And they're very easy. Like if you're running through the woods and they're just chilling in a bush, it's so easy to just run right by them. Um, I can never remember his name. The Native American skin, F tier though. You can see this guy from a mile away. He's pretty much always playing bow. If he's not playing bow, he's playing Springfield. Usually it's an RPer playing this skin. They're gonna play something that, I don't know, this skin, the Indian skins would usually play. I I don't know. I see it on a roof. It's an easy shot. You see it in a compound. It's an easy kill. You see it definitely in the woods. It's an easy kill. The thing is, it's too yellow. Like it does have the black on it and everything, but it is in game. It is very very yellow. Um, so you stick out like a sore thumb. Kane, Kane is the same level with the Reptilian. I love the skin of Kane, um, but it's more so it's tedious to fight a Kane. You can lose him pretty quick in the woods. If he's pretty still, it's going to be rough. When you do a flick shot onto him and you're above him, like you're on a roof and you're looking down at him, he blends in very well with the mud. So yeah, not he's not intimidating in the sense of like, ah man, this is gonna be a good gunfight or it's gonna be a hard gunfight. It's more so it's like, man, I've got to fight a Kane. And, I mean, everybody probably feels that way. I'm sure. Um, I call him the Hound Master just because of his description in game. I don't really know his name. Beastmaster, I mean. Sorry. He's an F. Nobody plays this skin ever. If you're playing the skin, you're probably a tier. You're probably a 1-star with 7 kills and 16 deaths. Not to be a dick, but I don't see anyone ever playing it. In fact, I see more players playing Butcher than I do, or Gunrunner, I should say. But we call him Butcher because of his apron. But I see way more people playing Butcher than the Beastmaster. Monroe, S tier, my absolute favorite skin in the game. I mean, I will say Monroe is tied with Deckhand and oh my gosh, where is he? Right here. I forget his name. Starts with a C. I don't remember. Favorite skin in the game. I feel like a Monroe is a very 50-50 shot. Not a lot of people play him, but I feel as though if you're playing a Monroe, you are playing him because you know you're going to take over the server, or you're memeing. For me, it's a meme. I love playing Monroe because it's a meme, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy when you see like on the death screen you see a Monroe has killed you. I think it's just one of the funniest ideas or circumstances in the game when you see a Monroe that has killed you. Going against him, I always feel like it's going to be a rough fight. Always. Seldom do I get easy fights with them, but when I do see them again, it's usually a hard fight. The zombie guy, I can never remember his name. We call him Zombie Guy. It's a D. It's a cool skin. It's a white shirt. But intimidation factor, it's not really there. You see him out in the open. He's an easy kill every single time. I mean, if a lot more stronger players played him and gave me a different outlook, I would have to change my mind. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. He's just not that great. And especially in intimidation, I feel like it's pretty much an easy kill every time. The redneck, it's a C. He's very 50-50 again. Maybe even B. I think B. The stronger players play him because they know that they know that they're better than most of other players, and that's why they play him. But usually he's such a big model that you can get some easy kills on him. But again, when I see a redneck, I'm pretty much thinking, this is gonna be rough. So definitely B tier. Because again, there's that idea of there are people that are brand new to the game. They see the skin, they think it's funny, they buy it, and they just play it, and they just aren't that great. Unfortunately, they're not used to Hunt's mechanics, and it kind of leaves like that loss of intimidation. If that wasn't the case with newer players, he would definitely be S, genuinely, because again, it's 50-50 with the redneck. Mountain Man is an F. I love this skin, not as much as I do Monroe or Deckhand. And the other one, I don't know where. Oh, right here. I can't remember his name. He's definitely an F. I do love the skin. It was my very first skin that I bought. The bear head just gives him away everywhere. Uh, if you're not seeing him in his body, it's that bear head. So I'm sorry, but that's an F. He's also played by a lot of newer characters, and I bought him when I was newer, back when he was released, I guess you could say. So, yep, Sheriff Hardin, definitely an A. Uh, I know it's always going to be a good gunfight. The better players play Sheriff Hardin, not because it gives you any better stats or nothing like that, but typically a Sheriff Hardin player, um, they're very confident in their skills. Uh, this is all opinion, by the way. This is not like actual fact. I'm not saying that, but in my experience, Sheriff Hardins are very fun to go against, and the gunfights are good. Nightseer was only good for the event. He's an F. I mean, the outfit gives it away. Um, the priest, C. He's another 50-50 skin. I know it sounds like I'm a broken record, but he's definitely a 50-50 skin. He's not really feeling like it's going to be hard to go against, but if you get caught in the woods going against him, it'll be a bit of a rough fight. But other than that, they typically run shotguns. So that's my experience with it. So it's not like the best gunfight. Gunfights with priests, I typically have experienced. They don't last very long. Red shirt, bullseye, B. Same thing with redneck. People come in because they know they're good and they want to put a target on their chest and their back, and they're probably going to crap on the server, or they're going to get shot in the bullseye. Nightseer female, never. I don't think I've ever seen her in the game. Quite honestly, even during the event, I've never seen her. I don't think. The new guy, he's like the Reaper. He's definitely with the Reaper. He's an edgy skin. What does he do? Break his hand back into place on the loading screen, I think it was. I don't really remember, but he's just an edgy skin. Every time I go against him, it's more of a newer player, just like the Reaper. They pick him up, and yeah, it's just like the Reaper. The we call her Miss Thickums, or Mama Bayou. She's an A. She's an A. Normally, if someone's running Miss Thickums, it's a good fight. I just had one the other day in a nighttime map, and it was god awful, and we ended up killing her. But it was a god awful fight, especially at night. But typically when you see her running around, I feel like she's just gonna be a rough fight. I feel as though, quite honestly, very good player. Snake guy, all skins are gonna go at the bottom. It is a cool skin. It evolves. That's it. It's a pretty cool skin, especially this one right here, the one with the face mask and the one with the circle on it. But other than that, it's boring. It's a very boring skin. Newer players got it from the event, and everyone's dropped it afterwards. Even during the event, I don't think I've played against a good Viper. We call him Viper, but yeah, I don't think it's an intimidating one. The Barsman looks like a free hunter skin, unfortunately, and I don't think I've ever seen one in game. So I'm gonna have to put him in D because I think he still looks cool. He just looks like a free hunter skin. Detective number 2, so male detective, just like the female detective. Just yeah, I don't ever really see him. I can't really attest to it. Meridian Turncoat, that is a B. Meridian Turncoat, every time I see him, it's going to be a good gunfight. Same thing with these guys. The better players pretty much use the Meridian. I don't ever really go up against a Meridian to where I feel as though I am 100% going to win the gunfight. It's always that 50-50. Hail Mary D. I love the skin when it was initially released. Use it a lot. Now, you just see a giant hat running through the woods. You know, never really an easy gunfight. In fact, it's not really a hard gunfight. It's a pretty easy gunfight. When you, typically when I go against her, it lasts seconds. Like she's usually running shotgun and sparks too. The Salem S tier. Every single Salem I have fought has been so hard. So hard. Save one. And I think there was one just the other night that I fought, and it was not it was an easier fight. We took out her two teammates. All three of us just blew her up. One of us died, but the other two cleaned up. But every single Salem, I don't know what it is about this skin, but every single Salem I go against is such a hard gunfight. And I'm pretty sure 75% of the time I lose them. I don't know what it is. This skin is a really, really, like, really good players play this skin. I don't know what it is about it, but yeah. So she's definitely S tier. Really, really hard person. Typically a hard skin to beat. Every time I see her, every time I see Salem, I'm not gonna lie. I get worried. I get worried. I know I'm not. I know for the most part I might not win the gunfight. I can't remember this lady. I'm trying to remember who it was. I know it's like the skin that goes on sale for like $3 almost every day. F tier. I don't ever see her in game, I don't think. I really don't. Yeah, I don't ever see her. So she's gonna go F tier. I love this skin. I want to say Curtis. I want to say it's like a Curtis. It starts with a C. I love this skin so much. But it's a B tier. It's definitely, it's a 50-50 skin when I see it. Actually, to be honest, it's going to go C. It's a 50-50 skin when I see it. I'm not intimidated by it. I know it's the gunfight's going to probably go in my favor. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of all it is. I love playing him in Monroe, though, in Deckhand. Can't remember this lady. I'm just putting her in F right now, but because I'm just thinking. I think we get her mixed up with Detective as well. Oof. So she's a B. She's, I think, players player because of all the dark clothing. When I go against her, it's definitely close quarters typically. Medium range to close quarters, but she's not. I think she's either always using like a Mosin or like a Slate or a Caldwell. So fights are hit or miss in longevity, but as for her skin and being intimidating, I know it's gonna be either a good fight or just a kind of a mediocre fight. The Devil Mask guy, I can't remember his name right now, but we say it all the time whenever we're fighting it. Frick. Yeah, I can't remember his name. A. I don't think it's the coolest skin. I think the mask is awesome. As far as everything else, it doesn't really flow with it. Intimidating. It's one of the more common skins I go against, and I'm pretty sure everybody else can agree with that. But yeah, he's typically ran with like the team will be like a Fellis or Lonely Howl or Reptile, and the owl, the new one, the owl. Is it Frau Persia or Dusk and Dawn? Is that what it is? I can't remember. But yeah, the Devil Mask. Yeah, I wouldn't say him that skin itself is intimidating, but I know if it's in a team, it's going to be a rough fight. That's what it is. I know if I see him in the woods, I know the other teammates are either running Owl, Reptile, Lonely Howl. Um, yeah. Uh, Sometimes Salem, definitely. Oh my God, Sheriff. So I'm gonna throw it A. I don't own it myself. Uh, this lady F. You never see it in game. At least I don't. Never see it in game. She looks like a tier 1 hunter or maybe like a tier 2 hunter. Nothing crazy. But I don't go against it enough to be able to tell you. The Louisiana Bayou uh, lady that knows everybody. A. I think I've maybe seen her in game 11 or 12 times total since her release, and every single time she's an S. She's crapped on me. I'm starting to think about it. Every single time she's pretty much crapped on me. So yeah, she's intimidating. If I see that skin, it's just frick. this is gonna be a very hard fight. If there was an S plus tier, she would probably go in it. To be honest, her and Salem would go into it. So, yeah, that's a very intimidating skin. Whenever I see it, it's just I know it's gonna be a hard fight. I know I'm gonna lose the fight. I should say that. I know I'm gonna lose the gunfight. The I typically call him Headhunter, but it's the Executioner. So I either say Executioner or Headhunter. So Executioner, it's a C. It's very 50-50. I like the skin a lot. I think it's a really cool skin. But as far as why people buy it is because it's all black and everyone thinks it helps them blend in with the surroundings and stuff, but it kind of makes you stick out like a sore thumb. He's wearing a dress. When I go against it, it's like I don't know. I feel as though I'm gonna win more gunfights I'm gonna win more gunfights against it than I am losing them. So definitely C, if not very high D tier. Actually, yeah, very high D tier. Like these aren't in order or anything, but I'm just gonna say very high D tier. The Kid, I love this skin. Not intimidating whatsoever. Sticks out like a sore thumb. I know from experience because I play it a lot. Every single time I play as the skin, I get wrecked, absolutely wrecked. I don't know what it is about this skin, but I don't have good luck with it. It's not intimidating. When I see it myself, I just think it's free kill. So actually F. Actually F. I love the skin though, and I love the Meridian. I love the Kid, but I don't know, something about the Kid skin is just bad luck. The Native American F. Unfortunately, I don't see it enough in game. I don't think I've ever seen it in game, to be honest. Same with this one. I think these are holiday events or very, very old events back when I took a break from playing Hunt. So I never got to get them or anything, but gosh, I don't think I've ever seen them in game. Same with this Native American skin. I don't think I've ever seen her in game. The Prodigal Daughter, C tier. Definitely, yeah, definitely a C tier. She plays Sparks or Slate. Like it's kind of crazy, but I feel like I see Prodigal Daughter most on Fort Bolden with a Sparks or um uh the one with Lock Bay. I can't remember the map. The one with Lock Bay, and she's using shotgun. It's kind of crazy, but like, that's exactly my unfortunate like experience with her. I actually like the skin, and I wanted to buy it myself. Still haven't gotten it, but Intimidation factor, it's a 50-50. I'm not like worried about it, but I'm also not gonna not worry about it. I'm gonna respect it. So definitely C. Plague Doctor. Whoever plays a Plague Doctor has been playing for a very long time. That is an S tier skin. It's a very sick skin. Awesome freaking skin. Um, Going against it, I get kills on it. It's not like Louisiana's best, the Bayou's best, but where I'm gonna get crapped on every single time. But man, this is a skin for whoever has like over what 2,000 hours, so like maybe like 8,000 kills and kills at KD, like kills and deaths combined. So, but yeah, very very awesome skin. I wish I had it. I'm really kind of salty that I don't have it, but every single time I've gone against it, it's been a very hard fight. Typically, I die to it, but I will win sometimes. Uh, this girl is a very uh, the Chinese lady is very not common. I don't know. I respect the skin. Um, I respect who plays it. It's more so role play type of skin. They usually play with sniper's gift or a sniper or a bow. Um, but as far as getting intimidated, not really. Maybe I could put it in a C, or maybe like high D again, just because I feel like it's an easy kill every time I've gone against her. It's been for the most part an easy kill, but I'm very confident going against someone using this skin. But it's a weird feeling, like I'm confident but also hey, yeah, take it easy. Um this guy, I've only ever got wrecked once by this guy. But F other than that, it's just a very niche skin. He could have been like a tier 3 hunter. Um but yeah, kind of I don't think I see it enough in game. I think I've maybe gone against it twice ever since I've started playing Hunt, but yeah, he's the very last time he went against me. I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago. He crapped on me. Oni Mask. He's a man. He's got to be D. Maybe he's D. Maybe he's D. Yeah, maybe he's D. Um, he gives me Hail Mary vibes. Like I don't get to see him enough. I don't see him enough in game. Um, my brother plays him a lot, but yeah, I don't really see him enough in game. Uh, I don't really think I ever seen him in game, other than my brother playing him. I'll keep him D because I feel like if I were to go against it, I feel like I'd have to respect whoever's playing it a lot more than I would all these other skins. Um, Scrooge, F. Not a lot of people have him. He's a special event skin. He's not running around, and that top hat gives him away like crazy. Fellas, Fellas. To be honest, I think she's a C. Very 50-50. I know people pick her because they want to blend in with the surroundings and they want the camouflage, but going against her, it's more like it's like the reptile and Kane. I have to go against Fellas. That's all it really is. Typically, I like to believe I come out on top. But as for seeing her in the game and be like, oh, it's a Fellas, it's like, all right, you just gotta kind of keep your eye on her, see where she goes. Archaeologist, I never see her. Nobody plays archaeologist. Oh crap. Yeah, goes into the F tier. Nobody plays her. Billy Story, another A tier. Typically, if you're playing Billy Story, it's because just like his coat, you're super confident. and you know, 9 times out of 10 you're coming out on top. When I go against a Billy Story, I definitely respect who it is. I'm definitely worried if I'm going to win the gunfight, but his model is, I know all models are the same, but his model feels so massive that it's very very easy to land shots on him. That's my only stop from giving him S, because if it wasn't how big his coat was, he'd be an S. He really would be. But yeah, his coat really does give him away. I'm trying to unlock it myself so I can use it because I think it's an awesome skin. Um, this I didn't really. She looks like a free hunter, like a tier 3. If it wasn't for the hat, definitely like a free tier 3 hunter. Um, I knew she was in the game. I don't know why I didn't. What I was gonna say. But yeah, she's not intimidating at all. I seldom do I see her in game. If I do, it's just the saturation of the red in her outfit just gives her away from a whole compound over. Uh, this guy, I don't ever see him in game. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put him in F. Uh, I should have honestly made another thing to like where I to give skins a fair shot. Like I don't see them in game, so I'll put like a not seen in game tier. But this is the hand we're dealt. I call him the crazed archaeologist guy. Yeah, I get why they put him in the game. Nobody plays it. Not really intimidating. It just he just seems like any other boring skin. He's like, man, it makes it like the bartender. It makes me feel like the bartender should be down here because I don't see him ever either. Yeah, he's got to get changed. Sorry. So hopefully you made it this far in the video. um, free hunter skin. Please just don't even buy it. Free hunter skin. Uh, this lady. Trying to remember who this was. I don't know. I don't know who this is. Free hunter skin though. In my opinion, this lady. Every time I see her, 100% it's an easy kill. Just the white shirt gives her away. The big skirt gives her away. Makes it easier shots. She's not. She's just, don't pick her. don't buy that skin. Um, Now my personal experience, I'm gonna put it in B, despite anybody else that uses it. Um, very 4-star, high 4-star, low 5-star. They're trying to push compounds very, very fast and very, very hard, but I feel like their aim is typically off. When using rifles, shotguns is a little bit of a different story, but yeah, sorry for anybody else that uses this skin. I have to put it at a B. Cool skin. Very cool skin. Witch Doctor. He's never used anymore. He's really not. I'll put him at D, but I never see him anymore. So yeah, I can't, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. He's D, just like all the other D tier. Uh, the Crazed Sister. Put her in a C because she's just like Fellas. She blends in. It's more of a nuisance fight. But what about her? I mean, she's never really used anymore. I think because of Fellas's release, and the Lonely Howl, she's not. Maybe that's the reason she's not as used. But yeah, Crazed Sister. Yeah, she's, in my opinion, pretty easy kills. Especially if you're defending a compound and she's trying to push it. Very, very, very easy kills. Oh man, the overcoat. We call him Black Coat. Um, I'll give it a D. I've never played against somebody that was worrisome going against the skin. Uh, if he's not a D, he's very, very high F. He's man, like is he an F though? Man, I, I mean, I will say he's like the witch doctor. His coat is just so big. You could see him a mile away. He's like a just a giant black cloud going through the woods. So, but when he's camping in a corner in a compound, yeah, of course that sucks because he's gonna blow you away. Uh, the butcher. The butcher is a very give or take skin. I respect it, but I'm not intimidated by it. They It's close to a tier 3 hunter skin. I went against a team once that in lower DeSale that they all ran butcher, and that was very confusing because the call out was like, "Oh, I killed the butcher." And then the other call out is, "No, you didn't. He's coming around on me." And then you go and you kill that butcher, and then you hear there's a butcher to the left in that window. You're like, "No, I just killed the butcher." So that's the only one that really stands out to me. Other times, another one that stands out is uh, on Pelican on the rafters, like the outside balcony. I jump shot Romero'd one in the chest and killed it, but that doesn't. That's the only really two butcher instances that stood out. Was the group of butchers on Lower DeSale, and yeah, the Romero jump shot. So I want to say this concludes the list, but I know that we have new releases. All hunter skins hunt showdown. So I'm just gonna bring them up real quick. Okay, that was the wrong one. Let's see here. Male hunters. No, these are like tier. These are like free hunters. Whoops. Um, so, oh, the concubine lady. Concubine, yeah, concubine is she's a newer one. She's a D. Not a whole lot of people run her right now, but she's not that worrisome. She's a D. People use her because she's a new skin. Beatata. Briatata. D or an F. It's a free hunter skin. She's a free hunter skin with a white top. You know. A Ronin, that's what we call him. Ronin. Oni mask or Ronin. Let me see here. Weird sister. Oh, Dire Wolf. That is his name. The wolf skin guy. Him, Dire Wolf. That's right. He's a free one, I'm pretty sure. Or he's a DLC. Mama May. That's Miss Thickums, Mama Bayou. Plague Doctor, Bone Doctor, Reptilian, and Kane. So, yes, I think, unfortunately, because I can't get a whole list and I'm not going to bring up the game because it's on the screen that this is on. I'll call it there. The Wayfarer. Devil's Advocate. Devil's Advocate. That's the name. Devil's motherfucking Advocate. All right. But other than that, hopefully you guys appreciate the tier list. I understand that there will be differing opinions, which is totally cool. I'm totally fine with that. Everybody's opinions are different. This tier list is based off of an intimidation factor. I know I brought other factors in, like how cool the skin is and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's how intimidated I feel going against them. And not intimidated in the sense of like, oh, I'm scared, I'm not going to win this gunfight. It's more so like, what does the skin make me feel? How does the skin make me feel? Again, if it's a Monroe, I'm going to probably laugh at it because it's going to be a meme. Either I kill him or he's gonna appear on my death screen. Salem, I know I'm gonna get trashed and dunked on. Uh, the lady who knows everyone in the bayou, I'm not gonna win it. I'm gonna do my best, but I'm going to expect to not win it. Plague Doctor, it's gonna be a very, very hard fought gunfight, but he might just come out on top. So those are reasons why these guys are in S tier. I mean, I gave my other reasons for A, B, C, D, and F. I'm sorry that a lot of them in F tier, I had to give F because because I pretty much don't see them in game. But that's just the unfortunate part of Hunt is like there's so many skins. Like, why would you run the super yellow standout yellow Indian skin when you can take a dark coated, top hat wearing overcoat guy? You're going to blend in with the shadows, especially. So, that's just the unfortunate part. It's just the way, everyone decides. Maybe I remember he was more like white or like a muted yellow. He was way more of a muted yellow back in the day. And he got changed to a brighter yellow. I can't remember what the situation was really. But yeah, hopefully this video has held everybody over until I can put together more clips. I just haven't been able to play a ton recently because I usually play with a party. I never play solo. So I just have to wait for them to get on. So anyways, appreciate you watching, and yeah, let me know if you agree or disagree.